Look at everything out here. Look at all this. Look at all that beauty, you know? You don't need internet right this second. You do need heat. Heat is good. Let's try propane. Hey, baby girl. Sweet mamas. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel for the barn. My name is Michael. I'm the man who lives inside of the barn. Big old storm here at the barn. Power's out. It's about 6:30 a.m. Power went out at about 3 p.m. yesterday. So we've been running off propane, me and Missy, my cat. Luckily, we have a Mr. Buddy heater and a propane grill, like a barbecue grill, or a camping grill. So we've been going off of that. These guys fell. Here's the corner of the barn right here. So you can see these guys really just missed it. We're on day 4 of a power outage here. We had a huge winter storm. The snow finally arrived. I've been surviving off of propane tanks. Day 3, I was able to get a generator going. That was a lifesaver. Just been doing a whole bunch of hunkering down. I really haven't been working on any projects at all. I've kind of just been on survival mode. Just trying to stay as warm as possible, keep Missy warm, keep the barn comfortable. It's been very chilly. It's been like high 20s, low 30s, just nonstop snow last 4 days. Today the sun's finally coming out, so I think we're towards the end of it. We're just waiting for the power to come back on. It would be awesome. Oh, it would be so awesome if it came back on soon. The snow is beautiful. Just trying to enjoy that. Today, it's day 7 of a snowstorm, power outage. So a bunch of branches fell. Oh, like this big old guy here. So just been trying to survive and stay warm and keep Missy warm and create paths by shoveling. Just trying to stay sane. So this is a good sign. We got PG&E, which I've said before, if you live in California, you got beef with PG&E. But they're out here, they're out in the neighborhood, so this is a good sign. Maybe we'll get some power today. Okay guys, so what we're looking at right here is an electric heater, which is being powered by the generator, which is outside. We got Missy right here. Her spot has been next to the heater. Wherever the heater is here in the barn, she's gonna be next to it. And then right here, I ran a load of socks and underwear. Just because we're on day 8, your boy needs some clean socks and underwear. So I ran them in the washer. The washing machine is a regular 120 volt outlet. The dryer was a 240 volt outlet, so I didn't want to use that. So what I've done is I have them here in the hamper. I got them set up next to the heater, and Missy, being the inspector that she is, she's just inspecting the heater. She's inspecting the laundry, making sure that the clothes dries properly. So this is basically our inside setup. Behind me, right here, I have my little fridge. So I've got my fridge. I haven't been running that 24/7. I've been letting it stay off for a little bit, maybe like 4 hours at a time. And then I'll plug it back in, just let all my food in the fridge kind of just chill, get back to that chilled temperature. And then once it gets to that point, I'm trying to be strategic with the fridge. Since the fridge takes up a good amount of energy, I'm trying to be strategic with it since I want to get the heater, keep this thing running. Keeping the barn warm almost seems more important than keeping my food cold. So being strategic with the energy use here has been kind of the theme of this past 8 days. Okay guys, so here I am inside of the garage on the main house of the property that the barn lives on. Right outside of the doorway, you can see the barn just right out there. So I've got the generator here. I've got an extension cord that runs from this generator to the barn. So that's what's supplying me and Missy with our power. The homeowner's business, it's not my business, but they aren't here, and that's really all we need to know about that. But I just want to respect, people's privacy and things like that. So I do have access to the garage, things inside of the house if needed. But regardless, that's where I'm living, in the barn, right in there. So I just wanted to explain where I am, as this is clearly not a barn. But we're here at the generator because our propane had just ran out. You guys might be able to see it, but there's some frost on this tank. So that's natural. When the propane depletes, the tanks, big tanks, small tanks, they'll usually end up getting pretty frosty on them, and that's perfectly fine. As far as I know, unless that's problematic, please let us know in the comments. So we're just gonna swap this out. So what I did is I unplugged the extension cords that were in the generator. When you start this thing up, it says don't have anything plugged in. Possibly it could mess up your electrical. This thing, when it first kick starts, it jumps to that 120 volt electric, but just that first initial jump, I'm assuming that could possibly mess up what you have plugged in, refrigerators, things like that. So we unplug everything just for safety, just to protect our devices. So right here on the top, there's open, which is counterclockwise, and close, which is clockwise. So we have this guy completely closed. So we're good to unscrew this. We're unscrewed there. Just gonna put this off to the side. I'm gonna run and do a propane exchange and also grab some more gas in a little bit. But just in the meantime, I do have a second tank of propane here. So we're just gonna get this plugged in, get the barn back to having power, temp power, get the heater going again for Missy. As soon as the power went out, she just looks at me like, bro, go do the propane. Go do the generator. So Missy's my priority. So we're just gonna get this hose right here, this black hose. Screwed onto the propane tank. And then this thing, so it comes closed. So we're just gonna open it up. And before we do that, we're just gonna make sure that our connection here is nice and tight. We don't wanna over tighten it and strip the threads. And then we're just gonna open it up. We don't hear any tss, so we know that we do have a solid connection there. And so this generator here, this thing is neat because it will take propane and it also will take gas. So right now we have it switched on to propane. If we were to switch that off, we can turn gas on. So right now gas is off. To turn it on, we just flip that. But we're using propane. So we're gonna turn propane on right there. And there's a choke right back here. So this choke wants to be put at 75%. I'm sorry I'm not showing you guys this part. I just want to get this generator running. So we got our propane tank opened. We're set to propane on the generator. So now we just got to pull start. And propane has been way easier to start than gas. Side note. So we're off to get some gas and some propane. This has been something I've been doing every day since I got the generator going. It was very sketchy at first during the storm, and the roads were just covered in snow. I'm from the Bay Area. We don't get weather, you know? We don't get snow, we don't get insane heat. We're a little spoiled out there, I'll admit that. So with the snow, it's a little sketchy for me to just get out there on the road, but it was something, I mean, I kind of had to go do it, you know? Otherwise, we'd be just trapped in a cold barn. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Driving in the snow may sound like just nothing for a lot of folks, you know, but for somebody who's not used to driving in the snow, it was a little got the heart pumping a little bit. And the roads I live on, you know, it's mountainy, windy roads. So, you know, it's not just like a straight shot. It's not like I'm just driving down flat, straight roads. They're windy and they're hilly. So, oh, PG&E. Turn on our power, PG&E. Okay, so I had to have somebody mansplain to me how to pump gas into a tank, not into a car. So you got to pull back on this guy right here, otherwise the gas will not pump. That's the secret. And just go slow. This bundle of sticks, this big old pile of sticks right here, these were all snapped off during the storm. There's a ton more around the property. A gift from Mother Nature. Logs to lamps, all I got in mind here. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Big old tree right here. Like 4 trees right back there. And then, oh yeah, that guy. And there's also some widowmakers. This guy right here. I'd like to get that snapped off, but it's proven to be harder than I thought it would be. There's also right there, that guy. A lot of jagged edges up there. But this guy right here, I don't want that to just slide right off, and it's basically just a spear. Pretty dangerous. Same thing right here. We have 1, 2, and 3. And 4. So that's like 40 feet up there. I am not an arborist, so I have no idea about that. That might need professional help there. So I'm really not sure what type of bark this is, but I'm planning on making some type of stand-up lamp with this guy. That's about a 6-foot piece. I really like the bark texture on this. Alright guys, so I got the barn just right back up there. Just going around this property and just trying to take account for all the trees, all the branches, everything that's fallen, all the widowmakers that are above me. It's gonna take some time. Cleanup will definitely take some time. I do have a little bit of cabin fever. I'm just bored out of my mind. You know, I don't want to be like technology dependent, but with things like just charging up my power tools so I can keep on working on my logs to lamps, things like that, you know. The internet is a ton of fun, I'll admit that. I like watching new YouTube videos on whatever topic. Just repeating stuff gets old. I don't have a DVD player. Even if I did, the power's out. So what I've been doing is connecting the Wi-Fi to the generator, so that gives me internet access. So I have that technological advance right there. And then just things like the coffee maker, the heater, the refrigerator, you know, and then chargers, things to charge my phone, things to charge my laptop. That's been my primary technology use during this 8-day period. I'm hoping the power's gonna come back on tonight. Sheesh, I mean, if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, you know. I'll just have to keep on making my runs to the gas station, keep on making my runs to the store to get the propane. It could be a lot worse. It could be so much worse. This video is not meant to be like, oh, poor me. But more so just like, hey, it's an 8-day power outage. This is the biggest power outage that I've dealt with. I tried to throw in any kind of like tips because I'm not a survival guy. I'm not a survival expert. I think I've got some common sense. I'm blue collar, so I'm like handy in that sense. But yeah, you know, just a couple little tips from what I've learned from these 8 days of a power outage in freezing temps. It's about 45 degrees now, it's not bad. But the first like 4 days, it was around 28 to 32 averaging. It was cold. It was cold. Enjoying the thawing out process. Everything's really wet. I love it when this stream starts to run. It starts to fill up a little pond that really really fills out during the winter time. It's nice. Missy loves it. Ducks show up, Canadian geese show up. It's not the end of the world at all. It's not even a bad thing, you know, power outage. It's just something. I try not to complain. It's easy to complain, especially when we're so spoiled by technology. Look at everything out here. Look at all this. Look at all that beauty, you know? You don't need internet right this second. You do need heat. Heat is good. Heat also, you know, helps with cooking, so technology reliant on that part, but when the power goes out, you know, it's really not the end of the world. It's temporary. Even if it is 8 days, it's only 8 days. That's it. Out of my whole life that I've lived, 8 days is nothing. So I got no room to complain here. You know, this isn't about that. This isn't at all like, look at me, look how, you know, whatever. It's just an experience, you know. We all have experiences. We all go through them. Well, guys, I know this was a pretty random video. I'd like to thank the unofficial, unintentional sponsor of this video, Pacific Gas and Electric, for the 8-day power outage. I'm just going to hunker down inside, hang out with my cat, edit this video, try to make a good one for you guys. And if I'm in the editing process and the power comes back on, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a great day, a good rest of your winter. It'll be summer before we know it. It'll be hot, you know, and we'll be kind of looking forward to another winter again. The circle of life, the circle of seasons, all that fun stuff. Hope you have a great day, guys.